Hey everyone, Kaylee, your friendly neighborhood hairstylist here, and today we're gonna do some DIY wedding hairstyles. I wanted to take it back today and really focus on hairstyles that you can do on your own, but specifically this time, I wanted some great formal hairstyles that are actually DIY-able. You don't need to be a super braidaholic for this one. You just need to be able to do a few basic things. And I'm gonna show it to you on my length of hair, but also on my sister's really long hair. That way, no matter what length, hopefully you'll be able to replicate this at home, and I hope that you guys really enjoy it for whatever formal event you guys have coming up. So that being said, let's get into it. So first things first, as somebody who does actually style wedding hair, I think one of the most important things is having the texture be perfect, because if you don't have lift, volume, polish, whatever you're going for before you do the updo, you're not gonna have it after. So I think the very first thing we should talk about is prepping and curling the hair. So my hair is naturally fine and flat and shiny, and so for an updo or for a formal hairstyle, I actually need some more volume, some more texture, hold, and I can sacrifice a little bit of shine. So today I've used a volumizing mousse and a volumizing primer in my hair, and I feel like she is big. And then I'm gonna be using a heat protectant with some hold on my hair. Now, if you had more frizz-prone hair or your hair has a lot of volume naturally, I would say you would do almost the opposite. You would focus on smoothing, on getting your hair really nice and defrizz when you're doing your blow dry routine and with the products that you're using. That way you still have really pretty curls, but your hair is gonna give you the texture naturally, and that way you're just taking it back to a more styled place, whereas I have to add texture to get to the style place. So whether you're taking texture away or adding it in, we're gonna meet here. I'm gonna be using a 1-inch curling iron because my hair does not hold a curl as well. Also, if you're going to be putting your hair in an updo, the curl is going to stretch out. So you always wanna go a little smaller than you think you need to. So for a more relaxed wave curl look, I've got a 1-inch curling iron. Then I'm gonna be going in sections. I'm gonna go ahead and apply my heat protectant. I'm using the 1-800 Hold Me. You guys know I love this. This is gonna be the move for anyone whose hair does not like to hold a curl. Now, if your hair is okay with holding a curl, but it likes to frizz out or get extra textury, I really like the Bumble and Bumble BB Glow Heat Protection Mist. Alrighty, and then we brush it in, and we're ready to curl. So the curl method I'm gonna be using is really easy. You can do it with or without a clip on your iron. If you have a clip, hold it open. Take your section, wrap it around, and if you have the clip, let it close. Then just let everything heat up. It usually takes about 5 seconds. And then you're gonna take it off, give it a little tiny tug, that's it. And then you're just gonna keep doing that all throughout your hair. And Anna Laura is gonna be doing exactly the same thing on her long hair. If you want to get fancier with the curls, I have so many videos on how to curl your hair. It's insane. If you don't end up loving this one, I have a whole playlist for you. And then for these really short pieces that I cannot physically wrap around, I'm just gonna do a normal little curl with those. If you're gonna do a half updo or wear your hair down some way, I think doing the little tug at the end of the curl is really good. If you think you're gonna put it up, I would not, because you just want the curls to be as tight as they can for that updo. Like I said, they get stretched out. I'm gonna let the cast sit, gonna let them just keep cooling. We're almost done. I took this last section in 2 so I can make sure to get every single little curl. And girl, I did. I mean, this is the difference between like a normal hairstyle and a wedding hairstyle, is that you do need that longevity. So you want the curls to sit and cool. You want them to have a little more hold than usual. Now when I say that, like, these are still touchable, very. They're not crunchy, they're not crispy, put the firm hold hairspray down. I'm just saying you do wanna make sure you're taking small pieces of hair and that you are adding in products that add hold if you need it. Alrighty, and then to break these up, I'm literally just gonna like shake at the roots. If you're gonna be styling it, you can give it a little shake. I wouldn't do too much, because as you take your pieces to do the hairstyle, all of that, it's gonna break up on its own. But you can give it a nice little shake just to break the cast up. All right, so that's the curls, and you can wear obviously just down in curls. Adding the extra little elements makes it more than your everyday. Like, I wear my hair down and curled almost every day, but this is still new. But also adding in a little accessory that makes you feel super bridal can be nice too. So I just pulled a little piece of my hair back and I clipped it here. And then for Anna, I did a little like sweep and pin with these 3 bobby pins. You can get pearl bobby pins everywhere. It's just like a little sisson. And that way, if all you can do is curl your hair, you can make it bridal and still really enjoy it. And the extra little steps of adding in mousse and like curl holding hairspray or heat protectant go a long way.
They do. And also, this shape is not something I typically wear, so this already feels more formal. Like just having literally one side tucked back behind my ear and a little sparkle, like this feels very fancy to me, because I always, when I curl it, I just wear it all in the front and I wear it down. So
yeah, the volume feels fancy for me and all the definition in these little curls. Okay, now for the easiest half up, half down. This one is good for somebody who's not used to doing their hair. Practice this a couple of times and you'll be good to go. It's so easy. If you add in your hair accessories, it's gonna look like you hired someone. You're gonna start by grabbing a large section of hair from the front. And for the short hair version, we're gonna kind of pick up hair as we go. I'm also gonna leave out anything that I want to frame my face. So here's what we're starting with. You're gonna twist a couple times. Then you're gonna pick up some new hair next to that twist. Just a little. And then you're gonna twist. Then you're gonna pick up a little bit more hair, put it with it, and twist. And you should just about be able to reach the back by now, but if you want, you can pick up one more piece of hair. The key here is that you don't want to pick up big chunks of hair. You want to leave a lot of hair down so your hair looks nice and full. And it takes less hair than you think. So maybe like half a drinking straw thick with these sections that you're bringing in. Unless you have a ton of hair, then you can adjust accordingly. Also, what's that like? And the most important thing here is that you want to take that twist to the piece of hair. So I twisted, I picked up a new piece of hair, I took the twist to that hair, not the other way around. You're basically just continuing to take the twist and let it like travel around your head, and you're just giving it like little road stops along the way. So from here, we're gonna pull apart. And depending on your comfort level, you might want to bobby pin first, or you can just hold on to it, whichever way. I'm gonna hold on to it. If you were gonna bobby pin it, you would just put a bobby pin right here to hold your place. Well, what I'm gonna do is take my thumb and my index finger and pull the tiniest pieces of hair that I can to fluff up the twist just a little bit. And once you have it where you want it, you're gonna take your bobby pins and you're gonna pin up into the twist like they're going through a tunnel. And the twist is the tunnel. You wanna do at least 2 or 3 bobby pins to make sure it's held really securely. And now we're just gonna do that exact same thing over here. So, I'm gonna grab some. And I have less hair on this side because my hair is parted this way. So it's okay if this section's a little smaller than the one over here. Gonna twist, pick up our little piece, take the twist to the piece, and twist some more. Once you've got that twist to where it meets the last one we just did, you're gonna go ahead and stop, pull it apart, and then pin it in place. All right, so that's the half updo, and now if you want to make it a little bit more something, you can add in some accessories. I'm gonna keep going with these pearl bobby pins and just dot them around where the 2 twists come together, which could be a good tip for covering up any little bobby pins or anything that's sticking out at this point. Okay, so the long hair version is basically the same, but you don't have to pick up more hair as you go.
Oh, nice.
So you just get to pick up a big old piece of hair, twist it, loosen it up, pin it in place.
Wow.
Yeah, honestly, as long as your hair is long enough to reach the back without picking up more hair, you can do it.
Wow.
So,
okay.
yeah.
All right, sounds good.
Get to it.
I'm gonna lay down some pieces in the front because Kaylee just cut me some face framing tendrils.
Yeah.
Okay, executive decision because Kaylee's in the other room. I'm going to take this little piece right here and go ahead and pin that in place because my cowlick is crazy. And if I take the section from the front and I don't add it in into the back, it's just not laying right. So this is my little hack for this.
I approve this hack.
I'm just literally gonna section out the part of my hair that gives me the most trouble. Gonna smooth it out, gonna lay it down, go ahead and pin a little base in. Now I'm gonna repeat the same thing on the other side.
What I am gonna say about the little piece you pulled back is that you can see like where that little piece is and then the rest of the hair falling. and it might not be showing up as much on camera, but that's gonna look You can pull apart the hair that you pulled into the bobby pin and kind of fan it around, and it should hide the stuff pretty well. Ideally, you know, you wanna do that before you do the twist, but it is something you can fix after the fact if you end up here. We have like a nice straight line going on this side, and so over here, if you know, take a little look in the mirror, this one's kind of drooping, you can just pick it up, and we're gonna pull back a little so there's no slack, and then pin it right there. And between those two maneuvers, we have made this look a lot more professionally done, a lot more symmetrical, more secure, all the things. Another thing I love about like a simple half updo like this is that if you are wearing a veil, this is something that's really nice to be able to pin into. Because your veil comb does need something to go into, and it helps to have just something simple like this, and it also frames it. So if it's sitting here, you have hair that's cascading back into the veil, and I think that's a prettier look, in my humble opinion, and you are welcome to disagree with me, to have something that's going back into the veil than to just have the veil sitting. And I am gonna say, if you're gonna do your own hair for your wedding or whatever, just go ahead and buy some Frenchies. It's gonna make your life a lot easier. They are like velvet hairpins, and they stick in really, really well. They reposition easily if you need to, but they won't fall out during your day. And next, we gotta do something braided, obviously. And I thought, let's just keep it as easy as possible. All right, first thing we're gonna do is take our large section from one side in the front. Let's do a little evaluation. First, let's take down any tendrils that we want. Next, let's see if it gets close to the back of your head. Close, check, you're good to go. All right, I'm gonna drop this out. You want basically this like 2 to 3 inches right here. And then you're just gonna go ahead and hold it back in the direction that it's gonna go. And do your braid of choice. Whatever braid you know you can do that. 3-strand braid, fishtail braid, maybe a rope braid, I don't know, whatever feels good, comfortable, and easy. Boom, alrighty. Now we gotta pull this thing apart. And there is an art to the pull apart. So first thing you gotta do is get some slack in it. Pretend like you're loosening shoelaces. Start from the bottom, work it up, get some air in there. And I'm gonna do one more time just for some extra slack. All right, you feel warmed up? We just got warmed up. And now we're gonna go through and pull each individual link, trying to pull the middle of it and the outside of it. You don't wanna just pull on the outside, because if you do that, you're gonna end up with like a skeleton bubble. The whole thing's not gonna come out. So you wanna position your fingers on kind of the inside of it and pull out. And you might find as you go up that the volume you built at the bottom is coming out, and that's okay. You can always go back and reestablish that. Start from the bottom, work all the way up. Once the top is as bubbly as you want, you're just gonna go ahead and leave the top there. Then go back, look at the bottom, and be like, oh, there's a little skinny spot there, there's a skinny spot there. Let's pull apart. And it's okay if at the end you need to take the bobby pin off. Sometimes that makes it easier. Hold it with a bobby pin. Braid number 1 is done. Again, gonna get as much as we can on this side, even though it's a little shallower. You can do whatever part with this you want. You could do a center part if that's your thing. Now here's another trick you can use if you wanna get your braids super fluffy, is to stop every couple inches and fluff it out. That way you can go ahead and get some of the slack out and loosen it up a little bit, all that. Now we're basically gonna kind of pull the top half to the back, and then we're gonna bring the braids into the side, because your braids might not reach to the middle and the back. Mine almost do. So this is a good way for you to cheat if they don't. I'm just gonna take a hairbrush. You could take a teasing comb and get fancy if you want, but you know, not necessary. So I'm just gonna take the hair up here. Just gonna do a quick little tease, just like tiny back comb. That's all. We're just trying to net the hair together, so if you have a cowlick or anything, it'll all be chilling back. Okay, so now we're gonna collect all the hair from braid to braid. Watch these sides, make sure that they drape nicely next to the braid, so that when we pull this back, she looks good. Because you want them to kind of make these little swoops on the side. If they're going straight back like this, that's not the move. You're revealing your seams, not the goal. You're gonna let it. What seams? We don't know her. We've draped the hair nicely. Now, you're going to do just one twist, just one little whoop, 180, and pin that in place. Got your hair all together. It's looking nice. 180, just like that. And now pin it like a pincushion. And if it's a little messy, that's okay. This is our more like effortless, beachy moment anyway. So now I'm gonna take one side with my braid. I have this little piece that decided to not go with the twist, so I'm gonna pull that back, pull the braid back, and I'm just gonna give the end of the braid like the tiniest twist, just like that. And then I'm going to hold it and pin straight in to everything we have going on here. And now you do the same thing with the other side, taking that little twisty twist. All right, tucking her in. Only thing I want to fix is that I have some bubbling up here in the front, and that's just because I didn't hold the hair back at the angle really well when I started. You always want to hold your braid in the angle that it's going to be sitting. So all I'm going to do to fix that is take the little bubble that is sticking up, and this actually looks like it's kind of rogue, right? Like I have this nice piece and then this guy is just doing its own thing. Just going to push him underneath, just kind of like hide him down a little bit, and then use a hairpin, kind of give him a little break, you know? Just let him chill. And I see this like little guy. This can always go underneath the braid. Always just hide him away. Say, what? We don't know about that. What bubble?
No bubbles here.
No, the braid is perfect. What? Come on. If you have a hard time hiding pins and stuff, accessories cover a world of sense and or bobby pin mistakes. And that is basically the same thing for the long hair version as well.
I just need to flatten this one against my head a little bit more. There's a little bit of gapping here because the slack I left in it to make it big. Just no problem. Just gonna weave this back and forth in the braid. I learned that from one of Kaylee's other videos.
Oh, Kayley! Oh, sissy!
I did it!
Oh, wow, sis!
Does it look okay?
Yeah, it looks good. Yes! So I'm gonna take some of this hair and pin it forward over your ear underneath the braid. Now we don't have the ear peeking through.
Yay!
Look at you!
Oh my goodness.
This
is
is
where I
DIY. Like, I even walked away. Like, I was
Yeah.
just chilling.
She was like, peace out.
I'm trying to decide if you need some accessories. I think my golden rule when you're doing hair accessories, especially when they're bobby pin ones, is like hold it in place and see if you like it there before you stick it in. Because taking it back out is not easy.
I will say, you can put accessories in on your own, but if they're going in on the back of your head, maybe just like ask a trusted friend.
Oh, I made these. Sorry, forgot guys. I try to only put stuff in here that you can buy. I'll try to find something similar. I made these for Saf's wedding, but the pearls weren't the move, so we didn't end up using them. You love a celestial moment.
I really do.
And there's your braided option. I love it because you do get all the bohemian feels, but it's not that difficult. Of course, if you want even more braidy formal options, I have videos on videos for you, but I do love this particular one. Okay, to finish this out, let's turn Anna's hair into a quick updo.
Right.
This is like a little bit of an ode to her wedding because you did your first look and all those pictures, and then you were like, I think I want to updo for the ceremony. And I was like,
It was literally in that moment.
I had 5 minutes, and I was like, okay, you want an updo for the ceremony? You're going to have an updo for the ceremony. And inside, I was dying. But this is what I did, and it took just a few minutes, and
It looked so good.
so this you could do with either one of the half updos that we already did. Or any other half updo that you find and love. Easy peasy. Do the half updo first. Meet me here. I'm just gonna say Frenchies.
There were so many of those in my wedding
Get
hair.
Frenched. What? Anna Laura actually has a heart out. She needs to go, so we're just gonna...
You can do this on your own though, promise.
Yeah. You're gonna split the hair in half. Just go ahead and chuck one half out of the way. And then this half, whichever one you want to start with, you can pull back or leave down whatever pieces you want. And then you're just gonna wrap them around each other really loosely. Clear elastic to hold your spot. We're gonna make a C shape right here with this side, and then when we do this side, we're gonna do the other half. So you're gonna go around here. And the biggest thing is that you don't want to put it over the braid. So use your hands, feel where the braid is or the twist or whatever. You can even lift it up and stick it underneath if you want, but you want it under that. Then you're gonna grab your pins and just go to town. And you wanna go ahead and nestle these ends inside. All right, and then you're gonna be able to mess with this a little bit more later. So we've got the shape, take this side back. Basically same thing. I'm gonna do this number. Twisting away from the face on both of these. So you can pull it down like this if you want, or you can kind of look over to the side and do this number real quick and just pin a little piece up if that looks good to you. And then you're just gonna finish out the shape of the bun. So I'm gonna nestle this inside of here, pulling the pieces on the sides back as well, just because I like to have that little swoop into it. And because you already have the pretty curls in the hair, like the curls do most of the work for you. You just have to get the pin in. All right, and I do remember that I left some of Anna's little ends, like this one, out because I liked how it looked. That one's all up to your personal preference. And then, now that everything's kind of in, the only thing I have left to do is fix this little hole right here. I'm just gonna pick up this section. I'm gonna just fan these little guys out because I like them.
All right, I love it. Yep. Oh my gosh, I feel so ready to get married again. It's the same person, just again.
But that's a similar way to do it. If you do have a lot of hair, another thing you could do is put the hair into 2 pigtails in the back before you twist it, and that would give you more to pin into and a little bit more security. That way it doesn't end up feeling loose at all. You just want to make sure that everything going back into it in that case stays loose and not like a tight little ponytail right here. Alrighty, so we went through several different hairstyles. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. You can customize these as much as you want. You can make them more shiny and princessy and blingy with just tighter curls and more accessories, or you can make them a lot more chill with looser curls and just generally messier texture. So whatever you're feeling, you can make happen.
And you can do it.
I think it's fully possible.
Yes.
And I really hope that you guys give it a try. Tag me if you do. Best of luck. Congratulations on whatever's going on.
Give it a little practice shot before you try it on the real thing.
Yeah.
But you've totally got it.
As a procrastinator, I understand that you might want to wait until the day of. Just don't. Practice it a couple of times. You'll feel so much better. But that being said, I think that is it for today. Don't forget to comment down below and tell us which hairstyle was your favorite. Let me know if you have any more hairstyles or videos you want to see from me. I think that is it for today. So if you did like the video, don't forget to hit that like button to help support the channel.
And if you're new here, click that subscribe button to join the Braided Half family here on
Kayley Melissa. And all of y'all can hit that bell icon to be notified every time I post a new video.
That's it for today.
Whether you're old
Or new.
or a casual lurker.
You stole that from me.
Uh-huh.
Thank you for spending time with us.
And I'll see you in the next video.
Mwah.
Bye!
Our outfits today are brought to you by my engagement session of my life. I have like so many white things from when I was engaged. And then you will never wear it again.
Co-signed, retweeted. This part of my hair wants to be wavy so bad, but the rest of it doesn't. I don't know what to do.